You're climbing Mount Everest. The wind is howling. The air is razor thin. Every step feels like a decision between life and death. And then you see it. A pair of neon green boots sticking out of the snow. No movement, no sound. Just a body frozen in place. Eyes closed. Face turned toward the mountain. You've just met a mystery that has haunted Everest climbers for decades. Mount Everest doesn't just kill people, it keeps them. But some of the bodies it keeps leave behind more questions than answers. Today, I'm going to tell you about 3 of the most mysterious deaths on the world's highest peak. Real stories, real people, and endings that still don't make sense. Mallory, green boots, Siffredi, 3 names wrapped in snow, myth, and silence. Their stories are chilling, not just because of how they died, but because no one really knows what happened next. Just take a moment and imagine this. You're standing on the edge of the world, your oxygen is low, your legs are shaking, and your vision is narrowing, and suddenly, you see a frozen figure in front of you. You don't know their name, but you realize they never made it back. That moment stays with you, and for some climbers, it changes everything. But before we dive into these unsolved tragedies, let me say this. I'm a small channel sharing true, powerful stories from the world's highest and most dangerous places. If you're into survival, mystery, and the untold side of Everest, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It helps more than you know. Thank you. Let's start with the original mystery. The one that still drives climbers, filmmakers, and historians wild. June 8, 1924. George Mallory and Andrew Sandy Irvine, 2 British climbers dressed in wool and tweed, attempt to summit Everest. No oxygen systems like today, no satellite phones, no backup teams. They were last seen alive just a few hundred meters from the top, still climbing strong, and then nothing. They vanished into the clouds. No one knows if they made it to the summit. If they did, they would have beaten Hillary and Norgay by 29 years. But they never came back down. For decades, their fate was one of mountaineering's greatest cold cases. Imagine climbing Everest with one goal, to prove something to the world. Then imagine vanishing just before you can. That's what haunts people about Mallory and Irvine. Not just that they died, but that they may have made it, that they may have changed history, and no one will ever know. That's what keeps people searching. That's what keeps the mystery alive. Then, in 1999, a breakthrough. A team led by Conrad Anker discovered Mallory's body at 8,155 meters, nearly perfectly preserved. He had a rope injury around his waist, signs of a fall, and no camera, but something was missing. The photo of his wife he promised to leave on the summit. It wasn't on his body. Had he placed it at the top? Had they made it? And where was Irvine? That question lingered for another 25 years. Then, in September 2024, climbers working with National Geographic discovered a sock and a human foot inside a mountaineering boot, marked with the name A.C. Irvine, on the edge of the Rongbuk Glacier. Just like that, the mystery deepened. Not solved, not closed, just shifted. And still, the summit question remains unanswered. Did they stand on the roof of the world, or did Everest claim them before they got there? What's so scary is that the mountain gave one of them back, but not the other. Mallory's body was frozen in place, arms outstretched like he was still trying to hold on. But Irvine, he's still out there, somewhere under the ice, waiting. Maybe with that missing camera, maybe with the truth. Fast forward to 1996, a deadly year on Everest. That's when another mystery began. Climbers ascending the northeast route began reporting a frozen body tucked into a rocky alcove at around 8,500 meters. The body was curled on its side, legs bent, facing the wall. The boots stood out, neon green. No one knew his name, but soon everyone called him the same thing: green boots. For years, green boots became a literal landmark. Climbers would say, "Turn left at green boots," as casually as you'd describe a gas station back home. But this wasn't a signpost. It was a man, believed to be Tsewang Paljor, an Indian climber with the Indo-Tibetan Border Police who perished during a blizzard that killed 8 people. His team had reached the summit. On the way down, everything went wrong. Visibility dropped to 0. The temperature plunged. Paljor was never seen alive again. The strange part? Another man, Dorje Morup, died in the same storm. And some climbers insist the body doesn't match Paljor's gear. No one knows for sure. On Everest, even your name can disappear. That body became a ghost story. One that every climber has seen, but no one can truly explain. Eventually, around 2014, the body was moved slightly out of view by Chinese teams. But the image of green boots, silent, still, and unforgettable, lives on in the minds of every climber who ever passed that spot. The mountain didn't just take him, it made him part of the path. And then there's Marco Siffredi, a young, fearless snowboarder from France. In 2001, at just 22, he became the first person to snowboard down Everest. But that wasn't enough. In 2002, he returned to attempt the Hornbein Couloir, a steeper, more dangerous descent. He made the summit. But after radioing his team to say he was beginning his ride down, he was never heard from again. His tracks disappeared into thin air. His body has never been found. Some believe he was swept off the mountain by an avalanche. Others think he fell into a hidden crevasse. But no evidence was ever discovered. No gear, no remains, just silence. And that's what makes Siffredi's story so terrifying. He didn't die in front of anyone. There was no panic, no rescue attempt, just a man riding into white space and never riding out. It's not just a disappearance, it's a vanishing act written in ice. Marco's story is chilling because he was smiling on the summit just hours before, confident, calm, and ready. And then, gone. No one watched him die. No one knows where he fell. His life ended mid-ride, somewhere between achievement and abyss. Today, climbers still talk about him in hushed tones, the man who carved his legacy into the snow and vanished before the echo. So, what do these 3 stories have in common? They all ended high on the mountain, but none of them have a clear ending. Mallory and Irvine, pioneers who may have changed history but left behind a question mark. Green boots, a man frozen into legend whose identity might still be wrong. And Siffredi, a fearless soul who chased beauty down the world's deadliest slope and disappeared without a trace. If Everest has taught us anything, it's that not all tragedies are loud. Some are quiet, some freeze in place, some just disappear. The mountain doesn't care how prepared you are. It only cares if you belong. And when it decides you don't, it doesn't give you a warning. It just erases you. Mount Everest doesn't just claim lives, it claims clarity. It takes your name, your story, your summit, and buries it under snow, silence, and time. These aren't just deaths, they're riddles. Open-ended chapters in a book no one can finish reading. And maybe that's what makes Everest so terrifying. Not just how it kills, but how it forgets. How even legends can vanish with no trace. How even heroes become myths, or worse, directions on a map. If you found these stories haunting, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. This channel dives deep into the real, raw, and often unexplained tragedies of the world's highest peaks. Thank you for watching. And remember, Everest always keeps its secrets.